Coach, first of all, happy Labor Day. Hope you've had a good weekend.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks.
All right. Preparing, I know, for a big game coming up on Friday, and let's just get right to it. This is a game that's been looked forward to by both teams, fans of both programs, and football fans in general in Columbia and around the state. Probably the biggest regular season matchup in Skeeza that I can ever remember. Just talk a little bit about even though I know you try not to get involved in it, but this is and it's good for the league. It's a pretty hyped game.
Yeah, we've been so inundated with trying to beat Lawrence Manning that we haven't thought about Ben Lippen very much at all. We just weren't able to. But now we are, and we're up for a humongous challenge.
I know you told me that looking at tape and film, and you're of course familiar with most of their personnel, that you're really impressed by the team that they have over there.
Absolutely. It's the most talented team that I've ever seen in this league. I can't imagine that there'd be a more talented team in this league. They've got multiple guys with Division I offers, some committed. And, it's going to take a Herculean effort for our guys to give them a game. They're so talented.
Before we move on to just talking about your team and preparations, I do want to, when you talk about talented, obviously the first guy that we mentioned is Bryce Thompson. Mm-hmm. He has been offered and has committed to Virginia Tech, and he's barely into his junior year. Most fans of Midlands football are aware of who he is. After actually watching him the last couple of days on film, just give me a little evaluation of him from what you've seen.
Yeah, he's a special talent. He's strong, he's fast, he's elusive, he's got great hands, great instincts. Every intangible you want for a football player, he's got it. And I can't imagine that when it's all said and done, nearly every school in the country is going to offer this kid. So he's got a bright future in football, and we're going to have a huge challenge to try to stop him at all.
Now, as far as Hammond goes, obviously you guys aren't doing too bad yourself, 27-game winning streak. I know that stuff doesn't matter to you, but the fact is this program wins and wins and wins. Preparation for as you put it, probably the most talented Skeeza team that you've ever seen. Does it change any because of the fact of the caliber of opponent, or do you still do things the same way?
Our time and our approach is about the same. But of course, with a talented team like this, it's kind of all hands on deck, and we've had to condition some guys a little bit more, get them ready to play both ways. Things that you normally don't do this time of year, but things that we're going to have to do if we want to stay in the ballgame.
I know that terrible break for a senior leader. He was our Providence Heart Player of the Week last week. Brad Lewis, just a terrific player and leader, out with a torn ACL. He's going to miss the rest of his senior season. And aside from, I don't know, it hurts both ways. You hurt for the kid because he's such a great young man, but it also hurts the team because he's a heck of a player.
No, it does. And again, your heart just goes out to Brad because of what kind of kid he was. Captain of our team, played free safety for us, but also could play any position on offense. It was a huge blow, and it's just one more setback that we're going to have to try to overcome.
Otherwise, everybody healthy. Obviously you're very pleased, especially in the second half of Lawrence Manning, I believe you said. You guys came out and took care of business against a very good team on the road.
And we were pleased. We've got a lot of work to do. We're still not there. Very young, particularly on the offensive line. We made a lot of mistakes. It's going to take us correcting all those and making sure we're blocking the right guys for us to move the ball against a defense that's honestly faster and quicker than the one we just played.
All right, last thing. I know that you're such a competitor and you love coaching for what coaching is, developing kids, preparing and all of that. And I think that it's fair to say that those things probably come into play more than they usually do on a typical week for a Hammond program that's won 8 out of the last 10 state championships. Not that you don't prepare, but you're not used to preparing for a team. In your words, it's the best most talented Skeeza team you've seen. So this has got to be fun for you to get ready for something like this.
Absolutely. We're excited. We're going to have to be creative. We're to find ways to create yards and points and find ways to make them punt. I don't know that we can do that, but it's going to take all of our ingenuity as coaches to do that. So sometimes you go into a game and you're kind of managing the game and just trying not to get beat once you get up. And this will be a game that you have to just give it all you have and see what happens. But the good news is it's high school football. Win, lose, or draw, it's not the end of the season. We've got a long ways to go. And we'll try to get better as we keep going. So we're going to keep this game in perspective, whether we win or lose.
All right, for folks seeing this that are interested in going out, it is at Ben Lippen. It's Friday at 7:30, unless crazy weather comes again here in Columbia for the third time in 4 weeks. But Friday, 7:30 at Ben Lippen.
Great atmosphere, great fans. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, man. Thanks, and can't wait.